quick disclaimer, I only car camp / road trip once a year, so I don't have dedicated items for this. It isn't perfectly optimized. The most important thing to me is that I have the necessary items and food to churn out good meals on the road. Having a camp kitchen has made camping leaps and bounds easier. Everything I need is in one place, like a portable pantry. By the way, hi, I'm Anita and welcome to African Hiker. Today we are going to be packing my camp kitchen for an upcoming road trip, then camping, then self-catering getaway. Subscribe so that you don't miss out on the upcoming hikes. Off the bat, the practical stuff. You're going to need a tub, crockery, cups, cutlery, chopping board, paper towel, dishcloth, foil, fire lighter, a lighter. There is a lighter in here. I put it next to the salt. So a little lighter. And you could also need braai utensils and pots and pans. I've got this lovely cast iron pan. Let's get into what's for dinner, because that's where we left off in the previous video. In case you missed it, here's some context. I'm preparing for a cross-country road trip where we will be stopping in small towns along the way. We're starting in Johannesburg and going through the Karoo and down to the coast, the Western Cape. Right, dinner. I foresee a lot of braais taking place, so most of these foods go with braaiing. It will be as like a side or like to complement the meal. I got 2 packets of baby potatoes. I love making potato salad with baby potatoes, like with the skin on, chopped in half. Like, I don't know, I just really like it. And then also another option would be roasted potatoes for later when we're at the stone house, if there's an oven. But even not, if you fry them in here, just some oil fried potatoes, they're really, really good. So that will be nice. Sweet potatoes are so good, wrapped in foil and thrown into the coals. Amazing. I love it. Absolutely love it. Like my favorite thing during a braai. Always sweet potato. Just because we're going to be on the road and we're going to get hot and sweaty in here. So this is all going in this bag. Then it's breathable and nothing will go bad. So everything that's in the plastic bag is going to be opened and just tossed in this. I have a number of canned beans. I've got lentils, butter beans, black beans, chickpeas. That's actually coconut milk. So I'm planning on making a number of items with the beans. 2 of us are vegetarian on this trip, so you know, if you're vegetarian, you eat a lot of beans. One of the things I'm going to make is a lentil salad and maybe a 3-bean salad, and also just for filling out other meals. So for example, if I make pasta pesto, I can put a can of kidney beans with it, then it just, you know, gives it a little bit extra. I just find it handy to have beans because they're just such useful foods. A packet of rice, some pasta. These 2 are just from my pantry at home. I have the pesto here. That's such an amazing idea. Oh, I forgot to show you. Also, butternut. So the butternut I'm going to be making. I'm going to be making this. I'm very excited. I'm making buttered chicken, but instead of adding chicken, I'm going to put butternuts and butter beans in this butter chicken sauce stuff. It is so good. I'm actually addicted to this. I eat it once a week now. Yeah, and with the butternut and the butter beans, it's amazing. I love it. If you're a vegetarian and you're like wondering how to like spice up your life, this is it. It's really good. It's delicious. It's so good with the butternut. Even if you're not vegetarian, it's just a really great meal. And yeah, and then I have the coconut milk. I usually use coconut cream, but again, this was just what I had in my cupboard and I don't want to buy a new one. So these two are just from home and they're both coconut milk. So yeah, it probably won't be as thick, I guess, but no worries, it will still be delicious. Anyway, this is one of the meals I'm most excited for. This is the meal where people will be like, oh, Anita cooks so well. Meanwhile, it's thanks to Royko. Now let's look at our condiments and seasoning. Oh no. Now Gunner's also like, birdie. Is there a bird in there? There's actually a nest up there. Anyway, you never truly appreciate herbs and spices until you're in the middle of nowhere and your only seasoning option is salt. This is my little bag of spices. Again, also just from the pantry. I say pantry, but it's just a cupboard. I don't have like an actual pantry, but you know, a girl can dream. So I have things like cumin, coriander, some chili, turmeric, cinnamon, mixed herbs. Yeah, so then that's my seasonings. Oh, of course there is salt, and there was a special and I bought these. I haven't used them before, so I spent a lot of time in the aisle just like reading the back and seeing which two I should get. Like, you got two for the price of I don't remember the special, but it was a special and it seems like a good deal, and I thought this would be a nice addition. And maybe in future I don't have to bring this, I can just use these, which already have a nice mixture of seasoning. I have used the rosemary and olive, like I've had that at my friend's house, so I know that was nice, but that one was sold out, which just confirmed that it's everyone's favorite. So yeah, I chose garlic pepper and green onion. I figured the garlic pepper, I figured these things can work on a wide variety of foods. Other condiments that we have are olive oil, mayo, pickled baby beetroot. I absolutely love this. Like, I love beetroot and I love pickled stuff, but I was never really been a fan of the pickled beetroot you get in the store, right? It's always like just too sour for me, the grated one or the sliced one. But when it's these whole ones like this, it's, oh, I just love it, because the vinegar doesn't get too vinegary in the beetroot and you still get that nice beetroot flavor, but you also still get that nice pickled effect. I just absolutely love these, and now this is all I buy. It's from, I don't even know where it's from, like some sweet and sour gherkins. Like I said, I love pickled stuff. So here's some gherkins. I have some chutney, and this chutney, oh my gosh, it is so good. There's just a little bit here. I'm taking it with because I wanna, my friend went on a road trip and she bought this and brought it back, and it's absolutely delicious. Like, look at that, butternut, apricot and almond chutney. Like, oh, I'm not really a chutney fan, but this was like hitting all the right spots. I'm looking forward to stocking up on this item. And of course garlic, which we all know is the most important seasoning, and some onions. These have basically been collected over the year or so, and now is actually the perfect time to use them. I'm not a sauce person, but you know, the other people might want to use them, and it's a good way for me to get rid of stuff from my house, because I collect it. I know I'm not going to eat it, but still I keep it because I'm like, it's food, I can't throw it away. You know, there's someone who loves the Steers barbecue sauce, you know. So I said I doing the butter chicken, but I also saw the korma curry, and I'm gonna try this one. I haven't had this one yet. I just like this one so much that I thought, let me try one of the other flavors. And this one is milder, which is good. I don't really eat hot food, so this, if you like spicy food, like, this is not hot. It's not. It says medium, but it's not hot at all. They do tell you to add a chili in it so you can make it hotter, but the flavor profile is just delicious. Like you can taste all the herbs and spices, you know, and I love like coriander and cumin and those types of things, like absolutely love. So yeah, korma curry. And then also I got this for lunch. It's very simple. Got some peanut butter, 100% peanut butter. That's all that's in here. No salt, no sugar, no palm oil, no like, there's nothing else in here. They just took peanuts, they ground the peanuts and put it in a jar. It actually tastes more peanutty than peanut butter. If that makes sense. Jam. This is mulberry and apple jam that I made. It's mulberries from my garden. I have some honey from the bees. I have some chalk spread. Like, this stuff is absolutely delicious. Like, wow. If you are looking for a healthier version of Nutella, this is not it. I actually haven't ever put this on bread. I just eat it straight out the jar. I grab a spoon and I eat it spoon by spoon. I've never put this on bread. It's so good. It's a treat. It's like, yeah, it's a treat. Anyway, so these will be eaten with bread, of course. You know, just a simple lunch or like a mid-afternoon snack. However, I suspect we're gonna have like lots of food left over from dinner. Just quickly, like, look at the color difference between two of my hives. And you know, they're next to each other. They're not even, they're within like 3-4 meters of each other. But look at that. How cool, eh? Another snack item is popcorn. Nice, cheap, easy. I love popcorn. In the past, I overlooked breakfast, but it's so simple to prep for. I have packed some oats. Got some rolled oats. Oh, yes, of course. Pancake mix. Again, these were on special, so I ended up buying 3. Chocolate muffin mix and a flapjack mix. So those are some breakfast options. This is probably too much oats if I think about it. Like, and I have oat milk. Just try find a milk alternative in a small town. It is impossible. Iced tea, because this is my favorite flavor and I don't find it many places. So I have that. And then milk for milk drinkers while on the road, so that I don't have to stop and buy these things. There is also going to be cereal that I have to pick up for the milk drinker. Doesn't like oats. So then this is definitely too much oats, but I'm hoping that other people like oats. And of course, an assortment of teas. I have jasmine green tea. I drink this one almost religiously. And then rooibos, chamomile and mint tea. And my favorite, ginger and lemongrass tea. This tea is it. I was feeling a little bit sick last week. Not really sick, but I'd stayed at my friend's house and she has a dog, and yeah, I was just sneezing, and even after I left I was still sneezing, and you can't be on there. And yeah, so I made this tea with a generous helping of honey, and I drank that, and yeah, sneezing stopped, which was really good. It was nice, and also just tastes delicious. How I've divided this is basically the big items are here. So I know that at the bottom layer it's just cans, and then it's pastas, it's rice, it's things I'll need for dinner, and then peanut butter, jam, honey. Those are the easy to reach stuff. Olive oil is over there. I can basically see everything, yeah, without too much difficulty. And then on this side, in this bag, is the slightly smaller stuff. The breakfast stuff is there. This is actually another jar of honey. I'm taking, I feel like there should be another jar of honey. I thought I packed it. Oh, there, yeah. Here's another jar. 1, 2, and here's another one. So I've got 5 jars of honey, but that's, you know, for bribery purposes. Yeah, so this is all the smaller stuff. So lighters, these bottles, the milks stand there, these packets. I've got some olives here. They were just in my pantry cupboard. The pesto is here. Yeah, I've got some wet wipes, and then these, you know, they're a lot smaller. They go there. I bought these because they were on special. I think they'll be interesting. It's dry roasted chickpeas. Honestly, if you want me to buy something, just discount it. And I'm like, oh, let me try it. It's discounted. That's actually how I've ended up with some really expensive habits. I bought them discounted, then I liked them. And then they were never discounted again. This is actually snacks for the car. I've got a different place for snacks. What am I doing? Okay. That. Yep, that's everything. My fire lighters aren't going inside because I don't want the whole thing to smell like fire lighter. And this bag with my veggies, this will just be in the back. I forgot, I also have this. I bought this long ago, and I actually bought it because this matches my plates and stuff. And it's a beer bread, so hopefully we can make this. It is expired. Like I said, I bought it a while back, not necessarily for the bread but for the container. And yeah, I collect things, aka hoard, so I'm working on it. Yeah, so that's maybe a lot more detail than you bargained for in a camp kitchen video, but I like all that stuff in there. It's my staples, and I have been stuck one too many times in a situation where I can't eat anything, or I have to like just force something down because there are no other options, and I don't want to be in that position. I want to like, okay, I don't like what's here, or I can't eat what's here, you know, like I have allergies, and on top of that I'm like, there's just stuff I don't like to eat just because, you know, like preferences. And then on top of that I'm like, oh, I don't eat this because, you know, it's my stand against the meat industry or whatever, you know. So it makes life a bit hard. Especially when you put all three of these together. Sometimes I just say to myself, like, girl, please just pick a battle, just pick one thing. And then yeah, but no, there's this one place which was so terrible. Like, I'm really sorry, but it was a terrible place. It's in Namibia, and it's along the coast near Coleman's Luderitz. It's by Luderitz. Maybe it's actually Luderitz. But I ate the worst food there, and the worst part was like, we didn't even feel like going out to eat, but we didn't have food, so we had to go out and eat. And then you get to this place, and it's kind of like, it was cute. It had like a nice cute little like theme going on, and we can pretend the grudginess was part of that theme, you know. And then the food came, and honestly the worst meal of my life. But then you're hungry and you just have to eat it. And I had asked for gherkins. How do you mess up gherkins? Like, don't you just buy them in a jar and serve them? I don't know what they did, but they were not even sour. They were like, ugh, I don't know. I really don't know. But anyway, I do not want to be traumatized like that. I'd rather just stay home, cook, and then adventure in the morning online. And then the other thing why I'm doing this camp kitchen is I really hate going to supermarkets in small towns, or like actually at all. Like, I like my supermarket, the one in my area, I know it, I'm familiar with it, I can go in, I know where everything is, and it's like ABCD, you know, it's like a routine. Yeah, and sometimes you also find that all the other tourists are there. Like, this is a December holiday, so I'm expecting that there's going to be a lot of people where we're going, and I don't want to be in a queue with the other like touristy people in the supermarket buying our groceries to like start our holiday. I'd like to skip that part. you know? So I've got all my basics with me. Anyway, so that's my video slash long-winded ending. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you are like me, please let me know in the comments, because no one else in my like friendship circle does this. Am I just weird? Am I too much? Whoops.